Hey guys, this is Brian Drury, the founder of Overcoming Graduation LLC and the creator of the Overcoming Graduation podcast, coming to you live from Buenos Aires, Argentina. So today's message is about what is your scorecard for life? So last week, when I was getting ready to take this trip, I was listening to a podcast called 10X Talks by Joe Polish and Dan Sullivan. So Joe Polish is a marketing giant guru, whatever you want to call him. Dan Sullivan has been in the coaching, personal development, personal growth sector for decades, I believe, and they are a powerhouse together. So on this podcast, Dan Sullivan was talking about the ways that you measure success in life. And something that I struggle with so much is what I call the accomplishment mentality. I'm not saying I coined the term, that's just the phrase that I like to use. And so the accomplishment mentality basically says that you're always obsessed with getting more done, with doing more. As soon as you finish one thing, you move on to the next without even really reflecting or enjoying the experience of completing the last thing. And the mentality is, the danger or the trap is that you think, okay, as soon as I get there, whether I get that job or travel to that place or have that amount of money or have that relationship, then I'll be happy. Then it'll be complete and I'll have this sense of fulfillment and accomplishment. But what it really leads to, and kind of the danger of the trap, is that you end up constantly, every time you arrive at a new goal or a new milestone, all you do is look forward to the next one. You never look back. You never stop to stand on top of the mountain and go, wow, look at all the things I've accomplished. Look at all these amazing things I've seen and done. You end up going, okay, I'm at the top of this mountain. Well, there's that mountain. Let's start climbing. So what Dan Sullivan said that was really kind of profound, a bit of a game changer for me in terms of perspective, was it's how you keep score in life. Like, what are the things that you're really working towards? So he said for those people that are kind of the workaholics, because that's really what he was speaking to, was workaholics. He said for the people that are workaholics, you need to really think about what is your scorecard for life, or what are the things that you value the most? What is it that your life is really all about and that you want to achieve? Is it that you want to accomplish as many things as possible before you die? I think most people would say no. And in his case, he said no. For him, his real goal, his true goal in life is freedom. So every investment he makes, every decision he makes is working towards creating more freedom in his life. Whether that's financial freedom, whether that's freedom of time, whether that's freedom of selection. His goal, like his entire life, his career, everything is built around creating freedom to do the things he wants, meet the people he wants to meet, see the things he wants to see, and do the things he wants to do. So that really had me reevaluating what I do, how I do things. And I said, if I change my perspective from what can I accomplish today to how can I create more freedom in my day? Because if I'm honest with myself, that's really what I want. I'm not working to just work. I'm not working to just accomplish. What I'm really doing is trying to find ways to create freedom in my life, to go and see the things I want to do and spend time with the people I love. So for you today, the challenge or today's to-do is ask yourself, what is it you're really working towards in your life? Is it really accomplishments? Because if you tend to get sucked into the workaholic mentality, like many people out there, like myself, you might run yourself ragged. I mean, you very likely will. You end up in the workaholic mentality, just hitting these points of burnout, and then you're going full throttle again, and burnout, and then you're going full throttle again. Whereas when you're working towards and creating freedom in your life, you open doors for experience, for new relationships, for a whole new level of joy and love of life that you've never experienced before. So today, your challenge is to think about, even if it's you're listening to this, or hopefully you're not watching this while driving your car, guys, let's be safe. But when you're listening to this, when you're watching this, to write down what is the thing you're really working for in your life. For you, it might be freedom. For you, it might be the ability to explore. I mean, freedom is really a powerful word because it covers so much. It can be freedom to travel, freedom to meet who you want, whatever it is. So for you, define that word, because when you have that word in the back of your mind, every decision you make can be geared towards building your life towards that one thing. And if you're having trouble, just start writing down a bunch of different ideas. And when you look at them all on one page, you'll be able to see what it is that you really want to work for. You'll be able to see commonalities between the things you write, what you want in your life. So, guys, thank you for listening today. If you want to listen to the Overcoming Graduation podcast, you can subscribe on iTunes or on Stitcher. To see a summary of all the episodes, a little bio about me, and to apply to the email list, please go to overcominggraduation.com. You can also like the Overcoming Graduation Facebook page, Instagram, or Twitter feed. So, thank you guys for listening. As you can see behind me, I've got Buenos Aires here, and it's been a really amazing trip just for a week. So, travel is one of the things I've always wanted, and I wanted to have the freedom to travel, and it took finding a job that was able to pay for the travel while I was working on paying off these massive student loans. And if I can do it, you guys can do it too. If travel is important to you, you can make it happen. If learning a language is important, if meeting certain people, if going to certain places is important, you can do it. It just starts by defining and being clear on what it is you want, guys. So get started today. I love you guys, and we'll be talking again soon.